have until us Filipinos had to show up with objective and macro, and then now we find a balance wherein it's snowball, run and gun, get wins early on, but you do so with clear objectives in mind. Whether it's because you're doing this so you can cut the wave, disrupt jungle pattern, win an objective, you've balanced the micro brawly style with a lot of macro, and this is what you get. The meta game we find ourselves in as we find ourselves in the draft for game number 2.
It's going to be the Marcel as they are so sold into this school of Marcel that they themselves ban it out. But of course, that's understandable. Keyboy plays it well. However, this time, Shibara banned from Onic. I think that's a good way to approach this draft where with the Marcel being banned, Shibara will definitely be the first pick. So I think the Pro Esports, they're going to be better off than denying the Barretts. I think they should take the Barretts. No, they deny a different hero, which is the Jushin. And what's stopping Onic from picking up the Barretts once again?
Yeah, nothing, honestly. They can just go ahead and pick it up. Or if they decide to just tell Pro Esports, like, okay, the back's open for us, but we don't care. We're going to get our signature hero onto Lutpi, who ended the MSC, his MSC run undefeated with the Uranus. Undefeated, completely spotless record on the Uranus.
Yeah, Pakito Barretts might actually be there, or Pakito Uranus. And the reason why I say, but it's like, Beric is like Uranus in the rogue world.
Yeah,
with a little bit of a stun. Think about it. Yeah, because if I'm not mistaken, because I have not played Beric, all of its spells are also like self-targeted, right?
Just the second skill, the one that he can get the enhanced basic attack that gives him a heal. Self-targeted, it means, it comes out of him.
Yeah.
That's what you're pointing out.
Yes.
First skill comes out of him, third skill, rapid drive, comes out from around him, yes.
Yeah, so it's like Uranus, actually. Which the only targeted spell is like your second skill, which is a dash. So it's like, Anyway, what I'm trying to say here is that the Uranus would have been a really good pick, like you mentioned. But now you don't necessarily want to pick up the bias with Onic because I think this is overkill at this point. But you can hide the. You can just flex this Pakito up until the end. So I think that you want to pick your Sun's hero here, actually. They can go
Esme open? Can they go Esme?
But that also means that you kind of reveal that this is a jungle Pakito, right? Oh my goodness, he's going to get that. Of course.
Wow. Think about it, that's a lot of flex. Like, if Pro Esports want to overthink it, Kara can go, Pakito can go XP gold or jungle. Beric can go more XP. Barret can go XP or jungle. You can't completely turn off the idea of flexes.
Yep. You're right, but it's like, let's take a look at the composition of Onic, the first 3 picks of Onic, and this sort of proves what we said about them. They're just exposing what the best heroes will be at the meta. It's like Onic Indonesia continued watching Romi's tier lists. Get the S+ heroes out there and pick it up for themselves. That's exactly what I'm seeing. 3 S+ heroes that Onic were able to get.
Man, that's... We had a phrase for it. I just can't remember what the exact phrase was in MSC for it. It was a highway robbery. I think it will come back to me. They banned out the carry and Melissa. Do you think this is a little bit telling that the Pakito might most likely be going into the gold lane now for Aura? Or are they using it to just bait reactions out?
I think it's for baiting reactions. I think that Geb is like that. Geb drops like that. Although CW of course is the coach here, but Yep is there. So yeah, this definitely is an influence from Yep. So that means that they will force pick the Sun Zero, right? So that they can keep the flexibility out there for the 4 heroes that they have. So what will be that hero? Man, if they pick up the Raphael, I'm gonna lose my mind. But I think the safest hero is the again of Exana probably, or an Eve. But if they pick the okay, there we go for Valentina. Against Lucian, I guess.
Yeah, you got the Crimson Beagle, lots of dashes to clarify. I'm thinking if maybe they're looking for a combo with the Valentina at the center. I mean, I don't think they're going to go run it back with a Khalid Valen in the middle. So this might also just be, besides it being an answer for the juicing, maybe they're seeing that there's great options for pro esports in the roam that could potentially have a great ultimate that sounds to feel like that's what they're blocking. Maybe something like you know what? I just can't think of one.
Okay. Pro Esports, good answers. You know what? All things considered, I like the lineup of Pro Esports. The Brody is a good pick here because you don't know what exactly you're going to be facing with. So just choose a hero that wins almost all of the lane matchups, especially when the Melissa is already banned by your opponent. And then you have the Minotaur, which completes the dual tanky heroes that you have, dual contact heroes for Pro Esports. This is, with all due fairness, a good adjustment coming up from Pro Esports. Okay.
Guinevere in the roam. How do you feel about this?
Is it in the roam? Because it could be Jungle Gwyn.
Oh, yeah, it is.
And then Paquito. Alright, I gotta say, the first 4 picks of Onic, really good. The last pick, I'm not saying it's bad, I'm just saying that it's beyond my understanding. This is more of an Onic thing, right? Carl TZ, when he went back in the Philippines, he went live, and he practically lost his brain on how there is no late game insurance for the teams, but yet they keep on winning. And this will definitely grind Kauki's gears if he sees this composition. No marksman, no late game, purely early to the mid. It's really strong though in that stage of the game. And my god, do they have stuns.
What is early game? What even is MLBB today? Just not position of Onic and you'll see it. Aggressive trading to start things off in the middle. Kamboja Sands. This Beller against Valentina together against the Minotaur and Juicin. I'm sort of feeling though like that Valentina also came up somewhat blind, but they knew most likely. I have a strong feeling that they knew that the Minotaur was just coming out. It would have answered their lineup really well. Now theoretically, just looking at it, looking at the best heroes of the roam. Now you can get yourself a good old nice Minnow 1 Fury. You can just pop off anytime if you want, countering the dive, any engagement the pro wants to do, creating a little bit more space. Maybe this Guinevere, with all the crowd control now that they have for the Roman trio, maybe it's really just like all utility. Like it's just a knockup machine. It's a keep yourself alive so I can get objectives machine. And then it's really just all for Kelra and Lippy. This is a lineup maybe for the side laners to thrive.
I think the misconception about the Guinevere is that it doesn't have the damage, but in the early stages and on the right targets, actually, if you knock up the right person and you have the right people around you, right heroes around you, you can actually easily take out targets, even when they're tanky enough. As long as you target someone that does not have MR and chose to go for your armor, even when it's like a roamer or if it's an expedient, you can actually take it out. And of course, traditional assassins and mages are food for you. So, do not be deceived. This lineup coming up from Onic has a lot of damage, but more so in the early stages.
Ooh. Oh my. That got paused in the middle of the fight as the ultimate of the Valentina cosplaying as a Minotaur went off. Maybe find it looks like Onic was gonna win that one too. Because heading into the circle, you see that members of Pro Esports decided to go down to the bottom lane to gank that Barrett. And that's a Barrett, you're fine. So you're seeing a little bit there of the brilliance of the matchup and the composition that was picked up there by Onic. And then with that happening, you now go back into the turtle pit where you see the members of Onic realize, oh wait, yeah, it's easy for us to just go ahead and move forward. Looks like we're about to get ready to just hop in just a moment. You can see our Marcus on screen right now helping out the members of... well, we can't assume that it was Pro Esports that called for the pause. We have no idea who called for the pause here. But I'm pretty sure it was serious enough that they had to pause it in the middle of a team fight. We have to go through this animation before we can start it off. Oh, when we go in, there's already going to be bodies falling, and there are. KE gets a turtle. Coiley's the one who gets taken out here by Onic. And another death as well from Lippy. 1 point still with the Barretts. Takes down the Minotaur. Short execution by Onic to start things off.
Now they will collect more, taking away the jungle of Pro Esports. Lupi, because of the big guy passive, actually puts this scrapper very low. And no matter who gets those 2 jungle creeps, it's okay for Onic, because what matters is that it's taken away from the Nolan, which we know has to snowball as well. The death on the Nolan gonna be problematic. Terra tanks the torn apart memory like a boss out there. They're gonna survive this Brody lane, and everything is looking really good for Onic. Oh man. Talk about meta game, talk about early game. Onic just Pro Esports numbers this time.
Goes in, gets destroyed by Kelra and Keyboy up top. That warranted the use of the Wrath of the Dryad and the Flicker as well from Keyboy so that they can take the Brody by surprise. Already in the bottom, sorry, I'm feeling struggling against Lupi and KE together. And you talked about it, where people often underestimate the damage that can be dished out by a Guinevere. Well, the Guinevere has a great early game and starts getting the concentrated energy real quickly. And then they can go ahead and get that Winter Crown combo with it too, for really running it back to the peak of Guinevere from just a few months ago. Then, yeah, watch out for that. Pro Esports have to find a way to level things out, and it's tricky. You try to dive the Paquito, it will survive and deal damage while taking down with you most likely, or he just gets away. KE finds a jump, and the burst, and the combo. Majority of that health bar went down in the hands of the Guinevere, while it was the Paquito that finished it off. Look at the damage off the Kozen. This does not look good by 4 Pro. Onic is winning everything.
Yeah. Oh, Keyboy out of nowhere! Oh my goodness! And they have taken out Kozen. Where did Keyboy come from? We did not see it because the camera wasn't focused on that one, but that was definitely a surprise for Kozen. From the back, a giant tree sneaks up on you. I don't know what you're gonna do with it too.
What is this meta? How are big dinosaurs and a massive tree sneaking up on people? Keyboy walk through the elbows, it looks like, and there's another death, and there's welcome committed there by Lupi, not even using the flicker. The full-on combo! Onto one, they take out the Uranus with a slow, creeping tide of a snowball from Onic. Looks unstoppable as Kozen is stuck in their tower. BG is going to try to help him. He commits a flicker to get out. Sans does have the ultimate of the Minotaur, but they're happy with that. They'll get the tower and push the Brody back.
And they're even slowly taking it so that Kozen will spend even more time and deny 2 minions away from him. Onic is just taking everything away from Pro Esports. 5,000 gold lead at this point. Gonna be fishing for more kills up top or even a push, but look at KE. KE fights Coily. So this is the spatial migration, so it has to back up for now. But Lupi, oh, the sneaky dinosaur, not gonna land. Alright, Coily actually notices it.
Yeah, good read. Sorry. Oh, Camera fights Kozen again off cam, up top. The snowball continues. Onic are relentless. Out of the box, but this is the box we find ourselves in now.
Yeah.
With Paquitos, fighters. There's so many names you can call this meta, but right now this is just busted. Look at this! Letting us welcome into the spatial migration Violet Requiem! This is a demolished job by Onic, and look, he gets away with a flicker!
What the pass! Coming out from Lupi! The alley-oop, the lob to Kyrie. And that looks so seamless coming out from Onic, and it's just 6 minutes and 33 seconds. At some point, Onic, you gotta stop. They're already dead. However, Redmar, this is the composition that they built. This is exactly what they wanted to achieve, and they're doing and executing perfectly. And I think that even with this kind of lead, Onic has to play like this, because otherwise they will lose in the latter portions of the game, where the pro game will be a problem to them. So if anything, Onic are just playing correctly this game, and they have understood that this is how you should play MLBB right now. Just be aggressive and just snowball out of control.
Is it time to call it the snowball method? What do we call it? It was the unstable method, but things are slowly starting to stabilize, but then it also feels like it's really just dependent on what team you're up against, what kind of team you're up against, the personnel, because we've seen lineups like these from Onic and other teams crumble against similar ideas of the lineup the pro is playing, but you cannot deny the fact. Bigger and better wins in the early to mid games mean a high possibility of you winning the game if you find yourself in. Oh, fight breaks off, uses the violent requiem to punish PP. Sans uses the Minotaur ultimate as he goes away for defensive utility. Sun gets taken down. Two members of Pro are gone, and Onic continues to steamroll as they then commit. Conceal play and Nicky Boy with a flicker, forcing out the flicker. That was a flicker was a wrap of the Dryad. Pro Esports, he just watched. Sorry, Felix just knocked up and gets combo, but he uses the Purify to get out of it. And the second skill to dash out under his tower.
Imagine you're a Minotaur, you're confident, you're tanky, you see a Green Tree, you're trying to chase that Green Tree down. All of a sudden, Kyrie turns on you and actually kills you from 100 to 0. That is number one, how deceptive a Guinevere can be. Number two, how big the lead was for Onic compared to Pro Esports, that a Guinevere can put a Minotaur from 100 to 0 in a snap. And also number three, how the meta is being shaped by all these early game heroes. A Minotaur that has a slow ramp, very tanky at first, but then gets slower because of the last couple of races priority. PPP has been initiated once again.
They find him, boy. Rapid Dryad split Pro Esports apart in that team fight. A member of Pro is not going to go down, but Onic do not lose anyone either. Well handled by Pro Esports. Taking into account everything that could have gone wrong there, they were able to stay alive. Kyrie missed the spatial migration jump. The basic attack gets trapped onto Coily, but he's able to just run out of there. Onic have pushed Pro Esports out from Lord contention. 8K gold lead is way too much and way too risky for them to fully contest this.
It will take just one Barretts to defend the entirety of Pro Esports, and Suns with the threat of the Minoan Fury. He copied. Kyrie even pops the ultimate for extra down. What? Huh? Kyrie just took out Coily.
He just knocked him out. Right off of our screen and back to the respawn point. This is some quick work that Onic is able to pull off. Double fighters, but it's just all pain. Oh, Loopy misses the Devon is welcome there. But that's going to be a punish right off the back face migration again. But the response by PPP, who gets the launch off of the Minoan Fury. Here comes Scourrow from behind! And a knockback! I believe that's also from Sans this time, stealing the ultimate off the Minotaur. Goes and falls. Two members of Pro are gone, and Onic continues this onslaught.
They are indeed continuing Kyrie. Forcing Sorry and Felix out, but that's a Uranus, so Uranus survives. But Holyfields will be taken out. The turret up top will be taken out as well. They're very slow, but he put Coily low first. Coily has to run away. No damage from Pro Esports to follow it up with, especially with Kozen being taken out early into that fight. Right now, not available. Sans and Kyrie and T-Boy are pushing in the middle. They don't have a marksman, so it will not be as fast, but they do have the power of the big minions on their side. Taking inhibitor turrets at 11 minutes of game time.
Onic with the big guy Barretts, with their big minions, proving the age-old adage that size does matter. size of your fist, size of your damage. No way for me to recover. The size of your dinosaur, the bigger it is, the better the result. In MLBB.
MLBB?
Onic. I cannot. Unfortunately for pro, it's really difficult to see a comeback angle from this. How, like, just running it down, even if they get to take out one, there's so many things that they have to deal with. It's not even like instant, it just creeps up on you like, oh my god! Look me! From downtown with a deathless welcome, I never thought I'd utter those words! Two boys from the back, rapping Dryad! Coulson does not get caught, he got thrown about a little bit, he gets zoomed out, Bro have lost one, Onic still have 5, and Bro have no answer! No!
I was being taken out, but my oh my, Luffy, how quick. Well, he doesn't have the big guy passive, so he probably was not. But it's a ball. But then again, he didn't even have to pop his flicker at that moment. Nope. All he had to do was
the distance.
I guess it's mastery for the Barretts. I think that Barretts players, the pro players that we have to play maybe the Barretts on streams maybe 8 times in a day. At least. So that means that you know what distance you can cover from one bush to another. So that kind of tells you, because just the distance of the Daytona's World Cup, you have a little bit extra because of how big the model is, and your hurt box, I feel like, is what it's called. The opposite of the hit box.
The hurt box, yeah, the area with which you can receive damage.
Or you can deal damage, right? Because
deal damage, alright.
Yeah, so it's like you have your own hitbox, you have your hurt box for each of the skills that you have. So, yeah, again, Barretts, if you master it properly, you'll know the proper distances where you can reach someone, and Barretts without any stacks is quite sneaky, so it seems.
Yeah. Ooh.
We might be seeing another caller a little bit of a nerve because hosts. That Barretts rage is, I'm realizing, is quite crazy, isn't it? If I'm not mistaken, it might cover either the same or even more distance than the dash of the Phantom Execution of a Lancelot.
Oh, for sure.
I think it might be the same as a Tyrant's Revenge, maybe?
Yeah, a Tyrant's Revenge. That's already a pretty lengthy skill, and they already nerfed the length of how far you can jump with it too, like a long time ago.
Right. Man. Oh, I can't believe how they pull it off. Every single good Barretts player makes it look very easy too, man. It's like in a game, in a professional match, they probably would miss one shot only, one Daytona's only, if not perfectly. They nail every single thing, and on the right targets too. They're able to find junglers, they're able to find mid laners. Sometimes when the target is just the roamer, it's already enough. They know where to hit it as well, so that they can stun multiple heroes. It's like, oh man, it really is the hero of the patch now, together with Harara.
Oh, Barretts. He's back. Wait until people start trying to bring back Xbox or something. I don't know, but let's see. 14-2 in the kill score. More than 11,000 in the gold lead for Onic. It would take a miracle for Pro. Coiny has been able to make miracles all throughout MSC. Might pull it off here today. Look what your boy is. Deep into the back. Maybe to potentially force a reaction, or maybe a massive conceal play. He'll get flickered back in 6. Carry with the knockup. They find one. The first damage from the Nolan. The knockup as well this time from PPP. But they get knocked up by the Lord. And it actually helps Kyrie. The knockup as well by Sans, but that's a shutdown on the losing by Coily. They lose Cozen. It's 2 for 1. And that's a lead for Onic. They've lost Felix, they've lost Cozen, and they're about to lose their Negator. The knockout strike from the Paquito. Bro tried to hold, but Onic were relentless. Too slow. It's Onic time. Too fast for Pro to handle the sweep.
When we said that this composition is good in the early game, well, I think that is enough on the testament, a kind of performance, I mean, from all of the players, in fact, of Onic Indonesia. You can see that T-Boy as well as Sans, they're back with their usual antics and how aggressive they can be. Terra was phenomenal in this game. Lupi was definitely the highlight, and Kyrie, ever so reliable with the Guinevere, have shown us the capabilities of what a Guinevere can do, given the right targets, given the right jumps. I think this is such a good display of the metagame now, for sure. I think this is an over-exaggeration though, how snowbally the meta can be. I'm sure that in other worlds this is not the best composition because it has its own risks, but at the same time it's also a big testament on how snowball type compositions can actually easily win fights.
As long as you can make it work in the early, you get those objectives rolling, and you're not just hungrily chasing kills, but you're making sure you're taking away objectives and resources from your opponents, then it's all fair and good. You don't need the late game, you don't need conditions, you don't need front to back, excuse me, you just need raw freaking damage. What the heck? What universe have we? I remember I said this in the panel in MSC where it's like, the meta we find ourselves in now is empowered by the fact that there are two very busted heroes in the game, which is the Hirara and Paquito. You can consider Barrett's busted somewhat in the sense of sometimes it's actually quite crazy how much damage you need to dish out just to take it down, and the effect of hurting it more makes it even stronger. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. We are living in the world where this is possible, and yeah. It's good for some teams that they are able to find out this kind of playstyle and thrive with it. Unfortunately for Onic, they have to lose first before they're able to Nemesis, before they figure this out. But I'm sure this will be a pattern for all of the teams that are going to be competing on gigs in the future. We really have to think about the early game, draft in a way that you can win easily. And then when the time comes that you have to go for clutch plays like what Lupi was able to achieve in this one with a wonderful initiation, then all you have to do is to look for your opening and just chase that opening. And it have shown us how it's done.
Yeah, the serious meta. When it comes to instant reward and gratification, it's like our 2026 brains, it's like it's better for us, you know? It's like, oh, right, we get it now. We want all of this good stuff now, you know? And there's so many heroes that can make that happen. Of course, not to distill the fact that it does take great mechanical skill and communication as a team to pull it off. Onic were doing some pretty crazy stuff here as a team, like how they were alley-ooping through the Detonus Welcome, through the Spatial Migration Knockup as well. There were some great showcases of team and individual play here by Onic.
Unfortunately for Pro Esports, they wouldn't be able to at least show what they're worth.
Maximizing the jumps, and you said it. It is sometimes overlooked, especially in Guinevere, that gets all its cooldown